Good midday, everyone. Welcome back. Sunny Padova. I'm sure all of you at home are wishing you were right here with us, especially seeing how lovely a day it is. I'm Stef Pazzo, joined with Charlotte Terrasson for this open round action, second round in the open division. Who do we got in front of us for this round, Terrasson?
So we've got Flying Angels Bern in dark from Switzerland, and on the other hand we have Red Bulls from Bologna, the second team of Bologna, open team after La Fota.
And apparently this is kind of a second and third team, or explain that. We were talking to Coach Venturoli.
Apparently they mixed both teams to take the best players of those two teams. Like Red Bulls and Davide, who's retiring, as he says.
We'll talk about Davide later. We got more than enough to say about that man. But for now, Flying Angels of Bern kicking things off on offense. Windler. Windler with the disc. Elmega. And static disc behind and Mercy. Now the wind up and a point block, hand block, practically a face block by Elia Casata. Good thing he's got his safety goggles on. Ooh, and now a floaty one. The wind cross field right now, playing a little tricks. But Bologna with a chance to break early in this game.
Bologna showing the intensity it takes to play against them. They don't want to let anything.
Bortolai gets the inside. Caccesi just in front of goal, and then the easy one does come with eventuality. Baltieri with the goal, and Bologna up a break 1-0.
That tricky little last pass to make the score. We like it. Bern understanding directly that they're gonna have to speed up and don't play easy offense like they would usually, but really give everything they have if they want to reach the other side of the field. We know they have it, but they just have to activate it.
Activation, feel the burn. First round action. Bologna comes off of a loss, 3-point deficit against the outfit formerly known as SUI, 3SB in the men's open division here. And Flying Angels of Bern. Not fabulous, I know. They are fabulous, but I know the women's iteration is fabulous. Fab comes off a victory at the hands of Forward. So 1-0, 0-1, and 1-0 the score for Red Bulls.
Red Bull, who wants a victory now. They are hungry for victory.
And so we are going to see the pull from Davide Mori. He doesn't even spin pull anymore. He's retired the spin pull, but can't retire from the sport. Flying Angels of Bern off and running here. Very small roster, Mossyman. There's a little bit of chat as though it was down, but it was not. They continue playing. Get the squeaker to go through. And it's Metzger who's now dumped back. Mossyman.
Bologna poachy defense generating kind of a mess whenever the disc comes in the middle, because all cutters want that disc in the middle, but all defenders are also there. So Fab should better swing the disc on the sides to open the games also for the cutters and avoid that bulk in the middle.
Mossyman with the disc. Oof, right into the hand of Kopi. The cup finally pays off. It bent but did not break. And Kopi wants it back. He doesn't get it. It's gone deep. It looks like the throw is on. It most certainly is. That's a second break for Bologna Red Bulls. 2-0 early on in this match.
As we say, boys are hungry here. They want to show that not only La Fota is good in open, but Red Bulls has those skills too.
See what we get on the replay. Davide Mori with that disc in hand. And the forehand flick out of Davide Mori.
He was not happy with the dump options offered to him. Then it's a hawk to the end zone. No time to lose.
If he keeps connecting on deep shots, he's never going to retire. The more assists and stats he accumulates, the more he'll think he still belongs at his ripe old age of 40.
As long as you don't ask him to lay out, yeah.
The BFD, as they're known now, Bologna Flying Disc. An iteration once known by another name, which we will not speak of. Have got brand new kits by B Ultimate. Looking sharp.
Finally got the chance to have the sponsorship with B.
Flying Angels. Windlar. Goes up and around. A Mercy goes deep. Metzger's there. Company is coming. Metzger is got that red beautifully. Defenders on either side. He held his ground and got up and took that. Charlotte.
Great throw from Emerson as well, who used to play with Crazy Dogs. Actually, he comes from Stanz, another city in Switzerland, and is a great input to have in your team, as you can see for Fab here.
Look at the size of these rosters here. I mean, the
catch.
Fab is playing with a very short roster here. There's about a dozen.
They actually don't even have 2 lines, or do they?
I think they've got 14,
just 14
but there's
playing.
one that's not
He's
playing.
also not playing, so they are actually 13. One player always has to stay on the line.
So they're doing it tough compared to the Italian outfit that's got about 40. Okay, maybe not quite 40, but there's at least another whole line here. Italians with an O-line on the field, but Davide Mori's there, so I have a feeling these lines roll with some fluctuation. And Mr. Mori gets a disc and continues it through straight away. Mirella. Back to another Mirella, the brothers there.
It's a family thing.
Ooh, Mirella, another time, and then into Davide Mori for the goal.
Nice and easy. What a flow. That went easy, quickly, no disruption. They just got the job done.
Diego and Manuel Mirella with
Mirella's
big input in that point.
Working. Nice grab though by 19 Mirella, but Diego.
So no La Fota, they're not here. Strange to come to a tournament in Italy and not see La Fota. We do see Davide, who gives us La Fota vibes.
We will have enough of La Fota also vibe during Elite Invite.
Yeah, of course.
Where they are gonna play Elite Invite, which is the spring invite of the 8 first teams clubs in each category, open, women, mixed, playing the last weekend of May in Bern. Don't miss this. We'll also be there streaming, and there will be amazing games to watch. Don't miss that. Make sure to stay tuned.
Stay tuned, stay locked on. Cassetta, sorry, sends that pole the other way. The wind picking up a little bit as Windlar gets his hands on another possession. Bern have given up 2 breaks already in between that Metzger goal. And Mercy, the crazy dog, Of course, the elite invite going to be in Bern, and this team here, Flying Angels, out of Bern. Ooh, and that one gets away as Bologna picks up. Montanari sends end zone now. That's 2 hands on it. Bortolai, and 4-1 now. Red Bulls are looking hot.
Another break for Red Bulls. Maybe they surprised Fab, who weren't ready for this. Also, with only such a small roster, you have to keep the pace up and be a very cardio person to keep playing at the highest level possible all weekend long. It's been only one game, but still one game with 13 guys, one can be tough.
That's enough. That's enough to do it for you. It's timeout on the field right now. We're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back with you for action after the break.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
And back from the break. Bern Flying Angels took that timeout. They've got to sort some things out. As we say, play with a short roster. They need efficiency.
Zone defense from Bologna. Their defense has been working well, but so they keep doing it.
I like the
that messy middle play.
It's a good change of pace after the break. I quite like it, to be very honest, to come out with something different, even when something is working. That means the offense was going to try to adjust to it, and they're going to show them something different for the adjustment. That's a goal, no matter how you slice it, and they're on the board with some good after the timeout.
Great yard gaining meter, we're in Europe, meter gained by Fab. They, in 2 passes, I think they managed to cross almost the whole field and get 10 meters in front of the end zone, and few more swings just to get in the end zone, but very efficient passes through that Bolognese defense. That's, I think, what they needed to pump up more the team and get this enthusiasm, this intensity that they have and they need back.
That's the stuff, Charlotte. That's what they need. Good start after the first look. Now their D-line will come out. This is where a short roster's got to show their mettle. If you want to come to a big tournament with a small roster, offense, you can usually calm down. Okay, guys, let's do this. Get your points in. But to win games, you got to get your breaks. And when you're behind, you need them even more. Let's see what they can do. 78 Dominic Christian running down with all sorts of energy right now. But Bologna chipping away at the upfield action. Bentivegna, and there is an injury on the field. Stoppage. That is one of the brothers, Diego Mirella.
Ankle doesn't look good, but the cleats do.
Yeah, they are very nice looking Adidas. Sexy hot pink. Replacement in. Does not look like we will get a substitution out of the Flying Angels to reciprocate. And after a little bit of discussion, we are just about ready to tap back in, and we're in. Mansi in for goal, just like that.
Nice and easy.
Mansi to Monti. Makes it 5-2, Charlotte.
5-2. Rebels showing the skills they have. Actually, some of those Red Bulls players also took part at Cincinnati's World Club Championship, but not as open player, as mixed player with the, how was it called? The
Red Shot.
Red Shot, thank you. Red Shot mixed team from the previously called the COSB team. That was a mixed team they sent with a lot of youngsters. Most of those players are pretty young and got a lot of experience with this championship. And obviously most of them are also used to play in junior national teams. And this is just the logic continuation, growing as Red Bulls to then one day get in the La Fota.
The path you've got to take to get onto a strong team, a huge club in Bologna. There's multiple clubs there. This one is the biggest and the most successful. They've won themselves a European title about 4 years ago now. It's been a little while. It seemed like it was just yesterday, but with a little bit of COVID in between, and it's even more than 4 years ago. Anyhow, for now, Bern are moving it up. Vindlar with the disc and a little bit of attention around him while he's got it. Vindlar, tight spaces here. And they've moved it well against a zone defense by the Red Bulls. Ooh, he did good to not throw that as Vindlar threw down in the fell down in the dump space.
A millisecond to catastrophe. Bologna is doing a great job blocking that disc, like surrounding it to really have nothing but a little pass next to the disc available.
There's some good chiseling. Use of the space behind the disc coming forward. Very effective zone breaking strategy. Afrini.
Resisted the temptation of that little pass because he knows all defense is ready for that little pass.
Windlar gave and gone, and now far sideline, and he gets it back. Deep dump.
Deep.
Elmiga. Afrini. Defense remaining in
known as
the
Ninja.
zone.
Afrini. No.
Ninja.
He's Nino, so it's Ninja.
Okay. Ninja Afrini. There's the chisel. Fake hammer. And Windler chisels himself.
Just waiting for that fake hammer to become a real hammer to get out of this cup. Seem to be struggling to find a way to break the cup.
Mori,
and here it is.
Just about there for the D. They are on a bend but not broken yet. Bend but don't break kind of defense. Make it go through those hands as many times as possible. behind the disc. Gets the break. Afrini again. Ooh, Vindlar. Yeah, he's there. No problem. No problem. Lipszewski goes back. Elmiga gets the around into the defense.
Just threw it and directly in the end zone. He just didn't stop.
Elmiger cleans up his own mess. Davide Mori thought he could do it in one throw. Imagine if that was one of his teammates, they would have got a mouthful out of him.
Again, Elmeyer is also a player who likes these deep throws and likes to be, it's his comfort zone, let's say. He loves air fights, all that, so he knows what to do.
That's his cup of tea. Trying to get the breakthrough around to the sideline, a little more difficult, but getting it back on an air fight is where he strives. Afrini. Vindlar had the deep, didn't take it, and they almost might as well because they are really not looking smooth against this defense right now. Every throw, they're working so hard to get.
And even if they get it, it is those exactly blady throws that you throw when you have no choice, other choices.
Back at the grind here, Vindlar behind the disc.
Also, there is a kind of quite wind. It's not strong, but some wind that can be tricky for hawks and longer shots. So you have to be careful with that.
Foul called on the missed reception. No contest there. Everybody happy, disc back in play. Ooh, up and over, barely handled, but handled. Stuck through the middle. Vindlar again. Afrini with the chisel attempt, but doesn't take it. And the drop dump. Afrini again, near sideline. Is it coming? Is it near?
They're getting closer.
It's been a little while since a fab score, since we saw Metzger take a air battle a long time ago. That shot to a mercy, not quite in yet. Windler and behind him, and all that gone for nothing as of now. Davide picks it up and calls a timeout. His team needs a break. He knows last time he hucked it away, this time he's going to think about it.
We definitely see the difference between the players who were in the cup and the ones who were standing deep in the zone, because the deep ones were just running through the other end zone, while Davide in the cup called that timeout because they definitely need to breathe a little bit.
Take a breather. If they're breathing that heavy with 25 on the sideline, you can only imagine how heavy Fab is breathing, especially with the disappointment of another turnover. We will let these guys think about what they're going to do. We'll think the same, take a little break, and be back with you in no time. Don't go anywhere.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Back in action. Bologna setting up their offense before Flying Angels will assign themselves positions. Looks like a pretty standard horizontal.
Okay, now wind is picking up, and I can understand if they don't want to throw those longer shots or hammers.
Hammers, blades, scoobers. It seems to be what's available, and wise choice by Bologna to use it to make them throw those. If they throw them confidently, they're there. They'll break these zones. But we've seen some hesitancy to want to throw anything risky in this weather.
That's pretty conservative. Game. Oh my gosh.
I love watching Davide's reaction to his throw being dropped in such a careless manner. Oh, goodness gracious, that man.
What is there seems to be a call on the field, even though it's not affecting the turnover.
So one throw after the timeout, and Davide to Novelli goes to ground for no apparent reason. Catching error. Vindlar picks up now with 3 meters to go, and they stay in a zone. There has to be an open player. There has to be an open player, and they've just put it to ground themselves. Davide wants to put it. He doesn't. Kopi there.
Safe play.
Back to Mori. That now he's put it.
Here it is.
I think he put it too early. No, he didn't. He put it with just enough pace.
What a throw. He didn't want to see that there was a swing available easy. No. He wants the hug and the score. He doesn't have time to lose with swing, apparently.
He's got his assist. Bortolai with the goal.
Nice run.
And it is 6-2, and Flying Angels are getting gifted opportunities, and they're returning it to sender. No, we don't like gifts. Bah humbug. Grinch who stole Christmas, not willing to open the gifts that Bologna is sending them. It's Christmas in April. It's not August. Oh my goodness.
Let's see what strategy Fab could be putting on now.
Well, first thing they're doing is changing
the
up
offense
their players. So you see in a game where one side is taking it to him, obviously that means the opposing O-line is going to be on the field a lot. You see Vindlar and Afrini are two that get a lot of touches. They're sidelined for this point, so they're going to change that up, give them a blow.
I mean,
see if some different players can give some different ideas.
I don't think Fab here has an offense-defense line. They're just switch lines, and one player has to stay all the time since there are not enough to change the whole line. But those players definitely need time to breathe, exactly.
Well, here comes Fab through the middle to Metzger. Metzger gets the gainer to Stouffer. Stouffer around. Jordi.
Bologna chose to change the defense strategy and go for person D.
Metzger's gone deep. Stouffer's there and reads it perfectly. Gets up and over. And Fab back on the board. 3-5. Still behind a couple breaks.
Definitely more comfortable playing offense against a person D than against Bologna's zone defense. Melaku? Julio, what is Melaku? We need a translation here.
Or maybe we don't. You never know what we might be talking
about.
We
don't.
All you at home watching, thank you once again for watching, for joining us here on ULTI.TV, watching the EUF series, the spring invite here. If you are enjoying what you're watching, which we know you must, please find it in you to like, follow, comment on the YouTube channels for ULTI.TV. Get on board EUF's channels, Instagrams, Facebooks, Twitters, whatever they use, all the socials. You guys know better than me. And, of course, get on ULTI.TV Patreon. Become a patron. For the price of less than a coffee a day, you can help support and increase the size of our community and bring better things to the sport. So what better time than now? Bologna, Red Bulls, Ono. Bortolai gets the gainer. Bentivegna back to Bortolai. Nice looking throw.
Nice inside. They keep throwing those insides sharp and precise to center the disc. I really like them.
The Mirella brothers are part of that. Terrason that you keep talking about. Those two keep throwing to each other. Those sharp, precise throws. That one to Monti. And now Bortolai. Cacchesi, that one down to another one of the brothers, Mirella. Finds the dump space. Manzi, ooh, nice over the top backhand break. And then the easy score comes after. That one to Monti. And Bologna, I mean, they made pretty good work of that. That was...
They're doing great, keeping that disc moving all the time. I think only once they stopped a little bit until stole maybe 6, 7. The rest of the disc were going back and forth, non-stop, moving until they find this opportunity for the score. Brought by a tricky high release backhand. We'll love it.
Love the high release backhands. Love your comments. Thank you for joining us at home. I know you wish you were here, but we'll have all the fun for you and let you know how fun it is. So Davide Mori at the end of last season claimed that he was retiring from the open division.
Yeah.
And he was going to play mixed, but they wouldn't let him play mixed because he was too old, so he had to coach mixed. And now he's back, and he's hanging around in the Red Bulls division, staying open.
We would miss his sweet voice on the sideline otherwise.
Sweet voice, that's one way of putting it.
What would be Ultimate in Italy without Davide's voice on the sideline?
Jordi with the disc. Ooh, that one floaty, but his receiver helps him out there and keeps that committed. Another one up. Stouffer did well on the first deep. They give him another crack at it, but I think the defense was a little bit tougher, and he went up a little earlier and wasn't able to bring that one home. Cassetta gets the gainer. Now the deep one. That one counts. Baltieri.
Ooh, fake hug.
Continuation. That could be for goal, but it's not hung on to. Off the hands of the intended receiver. We've got the reaction cam going on here. It's exactly what we need. Box office with Davide Mori. We're watching a game between Fab and Red Bulls, but he does tend to garner a fair chunk of the attention because of his erratic behavior.
It's emotional. It's both teams. He has a story with both teams, you know.
This one going deep. Can he milk it in? Ooh, I don't know if he milked well enough. They're giving it to him, but I think his milking skills need some work. I thought that foot was down, and that could have been a 1 yard line reception. But given, Fab get the score, Charlotte.
Beautiful hug, perfectly executed. That's the clean way to do stuff, like the Swiss way. Everything's calculated precisely.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
Perfect release. Well weighted.
One more point for Red Bulls, and that would be half-time. They get to score this point now. Starting on offense.
And we get Chopo Santucci in the chat, in the comments. Love seeing Giovanni Santucci. Chopo, Chopino. Another one of the La Fotta stalwarts. He's always around.
Ecco Melaku. Lego Melaku with the 81 is the MVP. Okay, thank you, Giulio, for our explanation.
Okay, we've
I
got
gotta find-
Melaku. Chopo, of course, at home. La Fotta not here. We see a couple of La Fotta guys around coaching today. We got Venturoli and Arturo Laffi here coaching. Chopo, the legend, the meme, the call-out. ULTI.TV, best in the world. Chopo stays
Like
at
and
home.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, everybody knows it. Here come Red Bulls.
Oh, what a catch!
Melaku. There's
Damn,
Melaku.
they're not letting
MVP,
anything
18
slip
goes
out of their
forward.
hands.
This one up. Melaku is there. And he's got it. Brandi Marti with the goal. Red Bulls sticking it to him. 8-4 on the double up right now.
Here is Giulio's MVP Melaku he's talking about. He's playing for his fans.
That brings up halftime, ladies and
At
gentlemen.
this.
After this replay here, we're going to let you go. Have another look there. Fab with a lot of work to do. If they're going to make a game of this in the second half, we know they've got it in them. Ex-EUCF champions from many moons ago, and those many moons ago may have even included an Italian on that Swiss Continental Championship. But we'll talk more about that in the second half. We're going to take a break, Charlotte, and be right back with you
Pleasure.
in no time.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches, and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch,
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
and
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you.
Second half action underway. Red Bulls get the disc back to start the second half. So not only are they up 8-4, but they are on offense to kick things off. Sidelined there by Beccarini.
So Fab has to work twice as hard to get those points back. It's one more break to catch up.
Oof! Through a whole bunch of traffic there. And then to the near sideline, Dumansi, that's up and deep, but too deep and not up enough for that completion. Davide Mori loves that decision. He's very happy with his teammates right now, or pretty much the opposite of what I said. Here comes Fab. Big bit of contact coming out of the vertical stack there, but not many options, and the only thing to shoot for was that deep that had already come back under Charlotte. That is not looking good for this Fab offense.
Unfortunately not. There were no receiver here to get that nice shot, but aiming at no one.
That's what happens when cuts aren't developing. This defense is stifling. Bologna on the front foot, despite a missed huck and a careless drop there. They will give Fab another chance at this. Let's see if they can tidy up their offense and generate something to throw to, or if they're just gonna keep hucking to the big man. Well, if they're gonna huck like that, why not?
Now that there are receivers, things work.
That's Dominic Christian who went deep and received. He was there the first time. They shot to him and it didn't count. And the second time of asking, we're going to get another look right here of Afrini's put to Christian. Eight-5, Fab back on the board with the great reception from Christian. Davide Mori putting himself back on the field after the disappointment. And we got action all around us. I'm just noticing that a Latvian all-star is back in action here at this game. Not in this game, but behind us. It's nice to see Lasma Kublicka back on the pitch, even though we haven't watched her play quite yet. Very soon we'll get to see her. For now, we remain locked on La Fota Flying Angels. As, not La Fota, Red Bulls.
And now Angels trying to put also that kind of zony, poachy defense. Trying to play the same game as Bologna.
And Bentivegna to Mirella. Straight
oh, what a defense layout!
Stouffer. Is this the son of a Stouffer? Because I know there's another Stouffer.
There is another Stouffer.
Who's much older than this one. Is that a son of a Stouffer? It is. Second generation ultimate player. You son of a Stouffer. Getting a block. Oof!
Oh.
Contact there, no foul called. Bologna short field as Mirella picks up and dumps to Davide Mori.
Right in front of the end zone.
Dumps again.
Oof. Nice save.
And let's make it a triple dump there. Brandi Marti back to Mori. Davide Mori taking a full disco dance walk travel on that. No call on it.
Nice gainer, but
Brandi
there's a
Marti.
peak call. Peak call affecting or not the game? Let's see that. Oh, what a defense.
Stouffer making his father proud, no doubt, with plays like that.
Okay, so apparently it affected, the peak affected the game, and this goes back to Mori.
Fans at home loving Melaku. He shoots. No, he does not. He holsters. Now he goes all the way up and over and finds Beccarini to Mori. Low but held in. Another completion and stoppage on play. Down call, is that what we're discussing?
Yeah, there's a down call because the disc was actually blocked. That was a foot hand block and the second save.
Let's have another look.
See that. Oh no, it's not a block.
Oh no, that's up.
That's.
They do have the option of going to VAR. For me, that was most certainly up. There's no doubt about it.
Apparently, that's also what they decided.
They have decided they're back in play. Ooh, he looked to score right away. Then he goes up for a horrible-looking floater, and help defense can come, but he calls the foul. There was contact, but I think the defensive player got in front.
Yes, I think I agree.
And he does too. I think that was well decided, well discussed on the field. A mercy comes under to Leibshevsky. Ooh, mercy. Strong left hand there. Stouffer. Afrini goes deep. Has Leibshevsky. Hauls it in, but not for goal, and then overcooks the shot for goal. He was on the goal line. He did not need to rush that. Davide winds up, travels, and then delivers. And that one knocked away at the last moment. Metzger. Back and forth with a couple hucks now.
Game slowing down a little bit.
Great defense there, and then a hope and a prayer that gets gobbled up and taken away by Mirella.
The game looks pretty rushed right now, and a lot of mistakes that could be avoided, or clumsy actions as tripping, falling, and all. Maybe as Bologna is doing now, they should keep it a bit more calm and score.
And there they go. As Charlotte asks, they deliver. Bologna cleans up their act just in the nick of time. Put the score on the board. That makes it 10-5. Or sorry, is that 9-5? That is 9-5. We're back to Dolly Parton. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Working. Okay, I'll stop. There are never enough moments to remind you to become a patron and do all the good things to support our broadcast network, federation, and more. Do all that while you're listening, while you're paying attention.
Game's becoming more intense, like level-wise, more equilibrated on both sides. Also, Bologna hasn't been putting their zony defense as they did before. Maybe also due to the wind that calmed down as well. And we see that now Fab is giving more of a challenge to Bologna.
Here come Fab to the brick mark. We see a bit of the same zone, Charlotte.
Here it is.
Mossyman with the disc.
I think it's a man defense just with a copy poaching one player.
Metzger leads it forward. Obamati and Dorn. Mossyman.
Yes, it is the zone. It's actually person defense on the cutters, but zone on handler.
Dorn with the disc. Dorn with the disc again. Fab into the red zone here. Mossyman to Dorn. Metzger found his way almost in on the goal line.
Nice dancing with the feet, but just didn't manage to get it in. Ooh,
that
was
easy
slow.
Reset almost got away. And what a pickup! What a layout D! Number 66, Alessandro Nanni. Oof.
That guy's been flying around during this game to get those defense.
Alessandro Nanni. Give it up for that man.
Nani?
He's going to get himself a nice pasta dinner tonight to make up for that. to reward him for that. Ooh, a little bit of contact there for Yari.
Player didn't know if he should lay out, attack, or just get stuck behind the player.
Coppi with the disc. Of course, Luca Coppi. Disc is back into play. Luca Coppi. Little spin move, then gets it on. Shot for goal. That one counts. Fogliardi with the goal. Bologna doubles up 10-5.
Oh, okay, we got in the comments. You're right. So Schaufer is the nephew from Lorenz.
Aha, nephew. Okay, not son. Not you
Related.
son of a Stouffer, you nephew of a Stouffer. Trash talk Choppa. What if I trash talk you, Tognetti? What if I say your name wrong and call you Tognetti or something?
Tognetti.
Luca Tognetti, that guy, number 97. Heck of a player, old Tognetti.
So we're 10-5, 20 minutes left. Fab not giving up, fighting till the end, even though there are numerously less.
A much smaller army they're working with over there in Bern. They are feeling the burn this time around, more the lactic acid version of that burn with such a small roster than the victorious deep heartburn that you might get from success. Walks the disc to the sideline, and we are back in play. Immersi. Ooh, just over the head. Metzger's there now with time. Great leading throw to finish it off. Is it in or not? Not in, but the catch counts. He's tapped it in right away. He does not want to mess around, does Livshevsky. Dumps back to Vindlar. Vindlar around to Metzger, and that one counts for a goal, 6-10.
Confirmation. Some spirit talking. We saw a bit of anger, but both players got to talk and arrange things. Everything's fine. That's what we like with Ultimate. No hesitation to talk with each other whenever there's a trouble and figure things out to keep the best spirit possible.
That's it. Spirit is about our ability to communicate calmly in heated competition. Both teams want to win very badly, of course, but it's a very efficient officiating system. I must say, I think referees in some of the bigger sports around the world simply take the blame.
Exactly.
They have bad calls as well. Why not put that onus on the players, as we've done in the sport of Ultimate, and commend them when they make the right calls, and to some end vilify them when they make poor calls. We're trying to give them as much opportunity to be as honest and clear with their communications, and we think in doing so we bring the best out of people to make these great calls.
I mean, both situations with referees or not, there will be some little problems, some issues, but in both cases, so better have a good spirit and play with that.
I don't remember the last big sporting match, and I'll talk about that after this point, that didn't have a problem with refereeing. Here comes Bologna, and the brothers are back at it again, the Mirellas, from one to the other, and then taken down on the mark.
Man to the ground.
Manuel
Man down.
Mirella. Ooh. Down by the shoelaces there. Mate Manchi. To Mirella, fakes the hammer. Doesn't give it. Mirella, the brother, Diego, collects his pass. Break outside backhand, in for goal. That one looks good. Fab don't like it. There's a call on the play.
Probably a peek. Apparently, it's not the right defense player who went with the Bologna player. I mean, not the right. There was a switch because of the big.
Back on, and he's gone the other way. The lefty forehand gets completely away from him, and Flying Angels are going to get the disc back.
Yeah, the wind is picking up again, and you need to put some more spin in your disc if you don't want the wind to decide where the disc is going to go.
Here come Fab. Deep is there.
Oh.
That's going to go, I thought out of bounds,
No.
but it does hit the hands of Marco Elmiger, and he can't haul it in. And that, for Fab, is a shame. They need those deep shots to count.
This is very unusual to see from Marco. He, as I told you, he's used to this kind of plays, going deep and so. But this is probably due also to the tiredness of the players, since they are playing a lot at intense level.
Great hands there by Monti. Ooh, but then throws it behind, and Elmiger gets away with the D by just being there. And the laughter again is watching the reactions of our favorite sideline antics. Davide Mori's body just totally deflated watching that throw go away. Now they score, and there's further deflation out of Davide. But Fab quite like it. They put one on the board. 7-10, down 3, but Bologna is still dictating this game.
Yeah, we feel that Bologna is a bit deflating as Mori is. That the team is giving less energy, or maybe they're also tired because they've been given a lot from the beginning of the game. Even though there are still 3 points ahead, they need to get like this energy all along and stay heads up, don't lose their temper. This is something we can often see, especially with younger players from Bologna, but with everyone. I mean, this is general. That when things are not going okay, you tend to play also less good, to get mad at yourself or at your teammates, and you can see it impact a lot your game. And I think this is something Bologna had to work a lot, especially with the youngsters.
They're a club that's very passionate with what they do. They need to, I mean, you know, by my opinion, implement some stoicism, some calm, some level-headedness where they're less reactive to the result and more just play and do my job. Because when they're hot, they're really hot, but when they get cold, they can really cool down too. Mori, speaking of cooling down, does throw a completion there and centers. Back in the hands of Davide Mori. Gives the backhand, gets himself another completion, Mirella. Ooh, floaty, and knocked away by Dominic Christian. Fab get a chance. A score here makes it pretty interesting. A score here would be, yeah, you know, that's a momentum changer.
Exactly, like just show they're here, they want to break, and they're gonna break.
Dorn to Metzger, he's on the doorstep. Christian there, one guy to beat, and they cannot get the isolation. But Wimmer, and what a play by Melaku Brantimarti.
What a defense, dude, was flying.
They are gonna love that in the comments section.
Julio, that's for you.
Melaku Brantimarti out of his skin for that one, putting the cape on and getting a D that blocks the score against. Here's another look.
That was a great opportunity for Fab. Bologna just doesn't want to let that go. Look at this guy fly.
Back in action, Mori centers in his own end zone,
Oof.
deep in his end zone. And he is working hard right now to get the next opening. They're still in, they maintain their end zone. He's thrown out the back. Davide takes a swipe at the goalpost.
Would like to do a greeters here, I guess, but the fences are also pretty close. I think it's risky to take a jump over there for the greeters. There's the goal, the soccer goal, and the fence.
Yeah, that's a concussion maker of a greatest.
With Mori's age,
It's a wheelchair maker, perhaps, at his age. Here they come. This is the kind of field that Fab must like to look at with their tired legs. 1 meter to go, and they go the other way. Vindlar. Now for goal. Metzger puts the toe down with ease. They're on the board. 8-10, as we said. This makes things
here
interesting.
it is. And the chat is going crazy, though, about Mela's D, which I understand. That was quite something. Fab is here taking the momentum back, as we were saying. They're showing that they still have energy, even though not a lot of players, they have a lot of legs.
And so we're getting
Timeout break.
we get a timeout here. Red Bulls have to think about this one now that the momentum has switched. We're going to take a short break. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back for the tail end of this game.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
ULTI.TV. Welcome back. Late game action. It was 10-5 in favor of Bologna Red Bulls, the club BFD, but the Flying Angels are feeling that burn. 3 unanswered. Things are getting interesting here. 8-10 pull going to Bologna. They will be playing in the upwind direction to kick things off after the timeout.
They are reminding us that they are not anyone. They are the Flying Angels. They have history, they have results and everything, and that's not for anything.
Speaking of history, this year we talked about the dark chapter already in Swiss Ultimate of free speed, getting the bronze medal that was nowhere near where they wanted to be. It was an all-Bern final, is that right, Charlotte?
Yes, we had a derby between Flying Angels Bern and This Club Panthers Bern.
And how did things burn out?
And ended up, I think it was universe points between them, and Panthers got the goal.
And that's
for
the first ever for Panthers, is that right?
Exactly.
And probably the first in a very long time. It hasn't been Flying Angels or Free Speed.
No, yeah, exactly.
I mean, between the two of them, there's got to be a decade of championships or more.
Forever.
Here comes Bologna Red Bulls. Davide Mori engaged, and a great throw to go around the defender there. Great
Nice.
inside-out backhand. Mirella. Melaku was sought after. The chat would have gone wild if he got that one. Mori goes to Melaku. He's going to go down to pick that one up. Now he's shot, not quite in for goal. That one is for goal, and that one counts. Bologna do score after the timeout, and it's 11-8 at present.
Here it is. Bologna's waking up again, remembering that they're still ahead, that there's no need to be so down mentally. They have to keep up fighting. They've been doing so great from the beginning of the game. They just need to keep that pace, that mentality. Just as I'm saying, yeah.
So as we inch towards the end of this one, we obviously get ourselves ready for the next one. Back to the women's division, catch up women. We saw them compete as a mixed outfit the last season in the EU series. They're playing their women's side here against Cheetahs, another Italian outfit.
It's the second team from Shout.
So it's another BFD team.
Exactly.
Okay, I did not know that they were called the Cheetahs.
There are actually a lot of the Cheetahs went to play now for this season with Shout, which leaves us with a question: who is on Cheetahs now?
Who's left to be a Cheetah?
I mean, there are a lot of players in Bologna. No worries, they will always find new players to fill in the gaps. Just know which are the names of those players.
Here comes the pull. Elia Cassetta. Stop the roll. And Dorn picks up to Vindlar. Metzka gets a half-decent gainer there. Straight away to Vindlar. Vindlar looking for the big gainer and gets it to a Mercy. Now engages Vindlar, gets the upline cut but can't get the throw out. Metzger and a Mercy is wide open on the give-go.
He's really good at those give and goes, releasing the disc and directly offering a new cut efficiently.
There he is again, and Mercy goes to Christian. Once Emercy gets Emercy, they're playing backwards here for a few throws. Now they go forward. Oof, very low but picked up by Dorn. Windler doing everything he can to get open, and he needs every bit of it with some tight defense. Goes around, gets Metzger, puts the feet on the line but not beyond the line. That one shot for goal, and Stouffer has it bounce off the hands, and Bologna will get a chance to go the whole field to break.
Great second attempt to catch that disc, but just not enough with the defense behind blocking this zone. Oh, we got a call here. Elia Casata, I think they're making fun. Yeah.
Elia.
Ah, he's not. He's right.
Cassetta.
No, it's Cassetti.
Here come Red Bulls. Shot deep early. Bortolai is there, but so is a whole pile of people, and they get trucked to some end. Mark Mossyman comes in and busts up the pile. There's another look. There is definitely a foul to be called there.
Yeah, that was a bit too much contact.
There it is again. All sorts of people in on that. Mossyman comes the hardest,
We all love each other, but we should avoid hugging during a game.
No hugging at full speed or while you're in the air. You have to be stationary and on the ground. I guess that's part of being stationary, being on the ground.
As Davide does with his defense, hugging players while they're holding the disc.
Wrapping.
Oh, that's how you call it.
Yes.
Someone should explain him.
Yeah. That's not part of the rules, Davide. I'm sure he knows.
Lello, the other MVP.
Here they come. Break backhand doesn't come. Dump does. Ooh, looked for the up line. No, goes back to Bortolai. Bortolai centers. That one in for goal, down to his knees and falls completely exhausted, does Baltieri.
And that's 12-8 for Bologna. I love Giulio's enthusiasm in the chat, YouTube chat. But Giulio, let me know if Lello is also MVP. Is there a player on Bologna Red Bulls who's not an MVP for you? Secondo te?
Let us know. Let us know in the chat.
Let us know in the comments.
So 12-8. Well, it sounds like we've got a lot of Italians in the chat right now. Italians, why don't you tell me what I need to eat while I'm here in Padova? What is the most Padovian dish that I just need to get in my mouth?
You don't eat, you drink spritz.
Spritzy. I mean, I'm
It's
happy
from
to have an
here.
Aperol Spritz, but there must be something that defines Padova that I need to know about.
What must Stef eat? What must Stef eat? Don't forget to also go subscribe on Stef's new page.
New YouTube channel. It is yet to be, I've yet to post a video there. Well, there are some old ones, but the new series coming soon. But get on there, Stef Pazzo YouTube. You can follow me on the Instagram too if you want. Stef Pazzo.
Eccolo! Spritz, Mr. Spritz race.
Okay, so I guess we've got it. I eat nothing. We just drink spritz.
Yeah, but we need some
sustenance
food with the spritz. Yeah.
I can drink far fewer spritzes if I haven't had a good meal. Edinger goes deep. He usually receives them, but he's got his man not quite in. Lipshevsky then cashes in there for the goal right thereafter. And they're back on the board. 9-12. Bologna still with a comfortable lead, but Flying Angels not going away.
Yeah, smooth offense from Fab with continuations where they need them. Nice flow, nice hugs. You can almost not see that there are only 13 players. Who would have noticed if we didn't tell? Ah, però non campare in mix. No, ma dai. Stef, devi provare il fumo di Padova, il fumo di Padova. We have to
Il
try it.
fumo di Padova, ok.
Quello buono, ok.
Buonissimo, grazie mille.
Alberto.
Il fumo di Padova.
So, actually, time
That
is
sounds
off.
like the smoke of Padova.
Yeah, it is. Fumo is smoke.
I wonder what he's talking about in terms of that. I hope it's a dish.
However, the time is already over. I think it's 73 minutes already. So we should be soon getting to the end of this game.
The Mirellas. Oh, into the corner. That one counts. That could well be game. It's 13-9. Let's see if we get an indication from our timekeepers.
What a self-control from the number 19, who could have easily hammered it. We saw that he wanted it, but a better option, safer option rather, was available. And that was game, actually.
That is game. As Charlotte suspected, wonderful to have her presence here, keeping us well intact on what to be looking for at these integral junctures of the game. That's the game. Red Bulls Bologna with the victory. Fab have to do some thinking about it, and they're going to have to see if they can find some new recruits to get through this tournament. But great game by both sides. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Charlotte Terrasson, for being here in the commentary booth. We've had a pleasure. I've been Stef Pazzo. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be right back with some women's division action.
ULTI.TV. I'm not being mean, I'm just being me. I don't make it easy, but I'm worth a while. All that I ask is for you to please my every need, to put in the time. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make